When you commit terrible sin, you suffer the consequences. It occurs usually, and we cannot pretend otherwise while doing wrongly. For this list today, we are counting down 10 teenagers reacting to life sentences. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Incident 10. For the second time, this adolescent was sentenced to life in jail without the possibility of release. I'm not sure how this is even possible, but this boy's reaction must be different from others. The boy's laughter as he hears his punishment, with no sign that this sort of aggressive behavior will end, must be weighed before life without parole. The court has serious reservations about the defendant's ability to be rehabilitated. Lindsay smiled as the judge read his decision. Incident 9. Even though the man is just receiving what he deserves, he is not pleased with the sentence. After receiving his punishment, he goes and destroys the podium where he had been addressing the judge. And that's how today's sentence concluded, with both families exploding in screams and shouts as Hoskins was ushered out of the courtroom. Incident 8. We have a teenager who is attempting to appear his best on court day by dressing up in a suit. This is of no use since when he is condemned, it is clear that he is fully aware of what isn't waiting for him because he does not flinch but instead hangs his head in defeat. The jury found the defendant guilty of first-degree murder based on purposeful premeditation, severe brutality, and cruelty. Incident 7. There is a guy who has been given a life sentence. He cries as he finds out his penalty and hears from the family he hurt. This was the initial stage of their recuperation. See how this man responds. After the court condemned Smith Riley to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the crimes of Brooks, Martin, and Using, Riley fell to the floor. Incident number 6. We now go on to a man who was a former police officer and who did some pretty awful things that resulted in his being in court and having many accusations brought against him. As a fully mature guy who is just receiving the penalty he deserves at 8 years in prison, he sobs as he hears his sentencing and what the judge is saying. Incident number 5. It appears that this woman said everything necessary to avoid receiving a life sentence. Let's just assume that the judge is unconcerned. They react quickly and honestly. It sounds like they were going to go easy on a girl, and then they're just saying life sentencing just like she said she would, but I had to fight for my life just like I did in June 2008. Because I realize how selfish it would be for me to escape accountability for this mess that I've created. I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters, several nieces and nephews, mom and dad, 8 aunts, 9 uncles, and over 20 cousins that I grew up with, as well as countless friends, all of whom would suffer greatly if I took my own life, or if I allocated and begged for the death penalty and then got it. I'm very sorry for the enormous pain that I've caused that people that love Travis. I'm horrified because of what I did, and I wish there was some way I could take it back. Incident 4. A young man in care was given a life sentence. There is no justification for what he did, and he is just receiving what he deserves. He was in court for 3 hours while gallons of tears streamed down his face. On his 50th birthday, Antonio Barbo will become eligible for parole. But that doesn't mean he will necessarily be released from prison and be able to return to school. While testifying in court, he displayed a range of emotions. At times, he wiped away tears, while other times Barbos grinned and shook his head. When the prosecutor spoke, he only read a little portion of his own speech. Incident 3. The actions this youngster took to land in this courtroom are now regrettable. He merely starts to sob, tremble, and get irrationally angry when he learns his sentence. He then starts to break down. As long as the cops are holding him, he is unable to do anything. Incident 2. This youngster created a fire that caused someone's life to be destroyed. As a result, he was charged with life in jail, and you can see by his expression that he regrets what he did. It depicts someone deliberately lighting a new fire in the living room and doing it the right way. Incident 1. For what he did, this youngster feels terrible. In addition to sincerely apologizing to the family, he admits that he deserves to be in prison, that he would treat them accordingly. When he said that, he meant it. He wanted to apologize to his mother and was prepared to accept his penalty for what he had done. So guys, that was it for this video. What did you think about our video? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you are new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell to get notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching.